Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us on the Activate and Illuminate podcast with Mel. I'm your host, Mel. Together, we're going to be diving into some stories of ordinary people doing a little bit of extraordinary things. People who've maybe pushed their bodies, their mindsets, or maybe society's paradigms. So you're going to find yourself maybe wanting to laugh, cry, or even be inspired. We would invite you to share, like, and subscribe, to sign up for our newsletter as well on activateandilluminate.com. Now, just keep in mind that this information that you are going to hear is informational and educational for entertainment purposes only. This does not constitute professional advice of any kind. The views expressed are those of myself and guests only. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional and legal advice regarding their own situations. So, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time, and thanks again for being here. Well, hello, everyone, and I have a fun day today. I am here with Baylee Nicole. Now, Baylee Nicole is a young girl who has Tourette's, and I just want to start this off by saying that this is going to be a little bit of a different interview. In fact, you may want to watch this on YouTube instead of Spotify or Apple, just so that, you know, if there's any distracting noises or anything, that you'll know what's going on. So Baylee has Tourette's. She has something called coprolalia, and involuntary tics, sounds, and I just wanted to bring awareness to this. And she was gracious enough to sit down with us and share what Tourette's is all about. I had recently had a friend whose son was diagnosed with Tourette's, not with coprolalia, but it has led me more to just understanding and questioning. And so Baylee agreed to sit and listen to my questions and answer them for all you guys. So welcome, Baylee.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So maybe just give us your 60 seconds on what Tourette's is.
Tourette syndrome is a neurological condition that causes me to have involuntary motor and vocal tics, so movements or sounds that I cannot control. It is not a mental illness. It is neurological. It affects the brain and just dodgy, misfiring signals, and it is a genetic condition.
Okay. So when did you start to realize that you had anything, or, you know, did you always present with signs when you were younger, or when did you start to realize you had Tourette's?
So honestly, I did not know till the beginning of last year when I was diagnosed. I went my whole life without knowing because we thought it was ADHD and like fidgeting and normal kid stuff.
Yeah.
But turns out I was taking 1 to 5 times a day and I had no idea. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you first got diagnosed, tell us about that.
So when I was first diagnosed, it was at the beginning of last year, and it was after my 2 emergency surgeries that I had back to back. One was a hysterectomy, and I woke up the next day after my surgery, and I was like this. I was a whole different person.
So you had a hysterectomy.
Yeah.
So young. Wow.
Yeah.
And did you feel like a different person when you came out of it?
Yeah, like at first I was like, oh, I'm not in pain anymore. And like, I feel normal. But then the day after that, I woke up with these bizarre outbursts and I was like, what the heck?
Wow.
Yeah. And then that's when my friend Baylee's show also came out. And so we kind of put 2 and 2 together, got me in with all my doctors. And then that's how it happened.
Okay. Tell us about Baylee. Sometimes you get confused for her, don't you?
Yes, all the time. And I don't know why people say I look like her. Maybe it's the name. Maybe it's because I have some of her tics,
Yeah.
or because we have a similar case. But she's an amazing person. I love her to death. I am beyond grateful titties to be her friend and to be mutuals with her. But it is so aggravating to constantly be confused for her. Like, oh, I love your show. I'm like, I don't have a show. That's my friend.
And I mean, I get it, Baylee, Balin. I mean, it sounds
Yeah.
fairly similar. Um, but so tell us, like, what is a typical day for you, Baylee?
Oh, it's like this.
Yeah.
It's I usually in the mornings I'm very calm. I don't take a lot in the mornings and same with my night routine. But throughout the rest of the day, my tics are just a big wave.
Okay. What aggravates them or what brings them on more?
Stress, anxiety, certain words or fuck phrases. Um, it really just depends, but usually just overstimulation makes them come out.
Yeah. I am just loving your hair.
Thank
I
you.
just had to say that as an aside. Your hair looks fantastic,
Thank
Baylee.
you.
Um,
Um,
so so tell me, like, we're seeing all the ticks,
yes.
but what are you feeling in your body? Like, are you suffering? Is your body like, I'm guessing, like, every time you do something, those are muscles being used. And tell me what you are feeling inside as you're experiencing those.
Um, the tick itself kind of just feels like itchy and electrifying, but in general, it's just exhaustion. Your body is just so worn out and exhausted by the end of the day that it's just draining. It's like going to the gym, hitting legs, hitting arms, then running a mile, and then coming home and having to do all the chores. And then you have a cheerleading meet, and then it's just like nonstop exercise all day.
I'd probably have solid cores if I was doing that all day.
Yeah.
Um, so can you hide them?
Suppression is real, but I don't really like using that word. I like to say it's more so postponing or pausing the tick
Yeah.
because it's gonna come out either way.
Yeah.
So I can suppress, but I don't like to. It's very, very uncomfortable and it just does more harm than good.
Yeah, I could imagine. I've seen different things
Uh-uh.
and different comments and people saying, like, why can't they just stop, or why can't they just, and it, even as somebody that doesn't have Tourette's, it annoys me to see the lack of empathy around around the ability to stop it.
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you think is most misunderstood about Tourette's?
That we can control it or that we want attention or that it's just cussing. That's not the case at all.
Yeah. So what do you think is the biggest myth that people would ask you, or what do you think you gets brought up the most that you want to just set the record straight with?
Probably that just because my ticks look like other people, such as Balin's, or just because we have the same ticks as other people, does not mean we are copying or trying to be like your mom. We're trying to be like anyone. It's just echoalia and tick swapping and echopraxia. It's very real and it sucks, but it does not mean that we are fake or that we are stealing tick ideas. I hate that misconception.
Yeah. What do you think's been the hardest part of for your family?
Honestly, the people I live with, which are like my baby daddy, my boyfriend, his fiance, his family, my kids, we're all fine. We're all understanding. We cope with it very well. But my family, they don't believe me.
They don't believe you.
They don't, despite seeing my medical
Oh.
documents signed by my doctors, videos of me in the hospital, showing them I'm friends with Balin and Uncle Tix and all these other big, wonderful Tourette people and creators. They're just like, no, you're faking, you're exaggerating. And I'm like, then you go get the diagnosis.
Oh, that makes me hurt for you.
It's definitely, it sucks. It's painful.
Hmm. Um, so
Ew.
you have young kids as well?
I do. I have two boys.
Yeah, tell us about them.
Well, they're almost 4 and 3, 10 months and 2 days apart exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Jace and Clay are their names. I don't share too much about them just out of respect of their privacy where they're
Yeah.
minors, but they are nonverbal autistic and they have learning disabilities as well. But other than that, they're healthy, they're thriving. I love them, they love me.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed to be a mama.
Yeah. So you said that your family doesn't understand. If you were to sit down with, family members, teachers, employers, professionals, yeah. If you were to sit down with a group of people, to share about Tourette's, what would you share with them? What would you share would be the most important thing that you would want people to know?
That 50% of people actually go undiagnosed with Tourette syndrome. And tics are within every 1 in 5 people. So it's just very hurtful for them to sit there and say that randomly in my 20s as a mom, I would just wake up one day and start doing and saying all these things and blame it on being involuntary.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Do you ever wonder why me?
Yeah, all the time, every day.
Okay. So what do you think is harder, having the tics or people's reaction to them?
Well, you can't really control people's reaction. They're going to react however they want to react. They can believe me or not. I really don't care. So I would say probably living with them is more difficult.
Yeah.
Because people's words don't affect me cooking. They don't affect me showering. They don't affect me eating, but my tics do.
Yeah. You have such a positive, mindset, and I've been watching some of your videos in the last while. Um, Share with us quick while we're talking about it, your TikTok channel, uh,
Yes.
and how people your TikTok talk channel, what's the name of it?
The ticking bombshell.
The Ticking Bombshell. There we go. So I've been watching a bunch of them, and, honest I love your like, your humor on some of them. Oh my gosh, I just makes me laugh. Um, so tell us a little bit, like, how has how has this diagnosis affected, like, to me, when I talk to you, and even just your response to that question, you have a integral sense of identity and, self-belief. But has this affected your confidence or your mental health?
Oh, most definitely. My confidence and mental health has totally went downhill. It's doing better now, almost 2 years later, but where I was a year ago, it was horrible. I did not want to be here.
Mhm.
Sometimes I still don't, but I'm getting better every day.
Okay. What helps?
The people who do believe me and support me, my followers and fans, I love them. So grateful for them. The other people I've met and friends I've made in the Tourette's community, music is always a blessing.
What kind of
Um,
music do you like?
I like all music, but honestly, my favorites are probably, I know these are two totally different, but either Motley Crue or country.
They are different, but huh. So, what do you think has made the biggest difference, in as far as help, as far as in how people handled things with you and just what kind of support they gave you?
Honestly, I'm not sure because, I mean, like I said, the ones closest to me have kind of always been here. They've never really questioned it. But everyone else, even people I used to go to school with, middle school and high school, they're like, you're faking. You're just doing this for clout. And I'm like, just because I sat next to you on the school bus and I didn't tick doesn't mean I don't have Tourette's. It means you're uneducated.
Right? Hmm. So, um, yeah, I have so many questions for you. So, let's say for somebody out there is dealing with a fresh diagnosis for their child.
Fuck off.
What advice would you give them as parents?
To be patient, understand that it's not a choice, it's not voluntary, and listen to your child. I know that's going to be a hard one for some parents to hear, but no matter the age, it's just very important that you listen to them like, hey, this makes me worse. This makes me better. This helps. This doesn't. Like, I would rather you guys ignore my tics or play into them versus, do this or do that. It's really just a personal preference for everyone. So I would just recommend listening to them and doing what they think is best and how best they feel comfortable.
Yeah. So when you were only just recently diagnosed, but how long did you were essentially born with Tourette's, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So how did all those little tics show up, say 3 years ago?
So I would not have even noticed them, and I didn't notice them until I was diagnosed. I had tics, like lots of facial tics, eyebrow tics, blinking tics, and the biggest one I remember was I had a tic where I would rock, and that started around 12 or 13, and we thought it was ADHD.
Okay.
So those are like the few tics that I remember having before being diagnosed, but I didn't think anything of it because they were just so mild.
Yeah. So tell me about some things that help or that you've tried to help. Any treatments or therapies or strategies or things that you use? Is there anything that you think you would give credence to as far as being a help?
Yes, definitely just support overall from everyone I get support from online, in person. That medications in America, there are 3 FDA approved ones for Tourette's. However, me personally, they just did not work for me. So I'm not taking any actual medications, but I am doing other treatments such as Botox, which is approved by my insurance. I use the Imatern band and my TENS unit. I garden, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
They're like music, fidgets, just being comfortable and feeling supported.
Okay. What do you think gardening does for you?
It just relaxes me.
Yeah, being in nature. I think that's important. Tell me about that band you got on. What about it?
So this is, holy shit, this is called the Imatern band. It is a device you can purchase on Amazon that's actually FDA approved for nausea and vomiting, but my friend Carly from Ticking Together did research on it and tried it for her tics, and it hits the same nerve as the new pulse would or the TENS unit does, which is the median nerve, and it can also help target the tics.
Okay. So do you feel a difference when you put it on?
Yes,
Okay. Awesome.
it's just like a calming feel.
Really?
hmm
So is there anything that you know now that you wish you would have known when this journey began?
That I don't have to respond to every negative comment. I don't have to respond to everyone who says, this is fake. I don't believe this. Oh, you're lying because of this. You're trying to copy so and so. I don't have to read my comments. I
No.
don't have to listen to it. I don't have to believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, even having a podcast that I'm just putting out different things and different
Mhm.
concepts and different topics, it's very rare that I get into the comments because you could just be in there all day either arguing or supporting or this or that, and the reality
Yeah.
is none of it matters.
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth my mental health. What
No.
strangers or fake accounts have to say about me online do
Bots.
not mean anything to me. Yeah.
Bots, more like it.
My own family has said worse. So a stranger does not mean anything to me.
Oh, that breaks my heart for you, Baylee.
I use humor. If I don't laugh, I'll cry.
This episode brought to you by protandemcanada.lifevantage.com. What if you could turn on your body to work like it was supposed to? What if you could have it remember how to handle toxins, stress, and the environment like it used to when you were young? What if it worked for your pets too? What if this is not about supplementing something that is missing, but activating something that has gone dormant? About actually turning on your body to make these things again. Learn how to activate your body now. Check us out, protandemcanada.lifevantage.com.
Yeah. So tell me this. What are some gifts or strength you feel like you've received from Tourette's?
Oh, I love this question. I have gained an extreme amount of patience and just understanding, not just with myself, but with others as well. And it's also allowed me to open up my mind to other things before that didn't make sense to me that I'm now starting to learn and they make sense.
Yeah. Um, if you could remove it, if you said, okay, I can push this button and I'm not going to have Tourette's, would you?
Yes.
I figured you
I
might.
hate saying that. And a lot of my friends have said that they would keep Tourette's if they could. But just me personally, even though it's made me who I am today, and even though it's gotten me the followers that I have and all that stuff, it's just, I don't like living like this. I would change it in a heartbeat if I could.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck off.
Hold on one sec here, Baylee.
Where's Baldo? Ugh.
So tell me, what would you say your biggest dreams are?
All my biggest dreams,
Mm-hmm.
get married, like live on my own, be able to cook on my own, be able to drive again, just kind of be normal and live a normal life to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know I'll get there one day, but it's going to be a process.
How long ago did you stop driving?
I stopped driving when I was diagnosed.
Okay.
The most I've driven since then is an e-bike.
Okay. Um, do a lot of people is there have the doctors told you to stop driving?
Yeah, they were like, it was more so due to my seizures, but when I was first diagnosed, my tics were just so bad and I didn't always feel the urge beforehand. So they were like, let's not drive, let's not work. You need to apply for disability. Now they're more like, well, as far as your tics go, I'm more comfortable with you driving, but it's your seizures and POTS that we have to worry about.
Yeah.
But hopefully within the next 1 to 3 years, I'll be driving again.
What's some of the craziest stuff that people ask you that you'd be willing to share?
Oh my gosh. People
And don't
have
feel like you
asked
have
me.
to. Don't feel like you have to share anything.
No, it's fine. People have asked me, have I gotten an exorcism or have I considered it?
Yeah.
People have asked me, oh, well, you have Tourette's. How do you have spicy time in the bedroom? And I'm like, really? Would you go up to a wheelchair and have someone in a wheelchair? How did you have your kids? Like,
Yeah.
but or it's the devil's work. It's like evil's work. They've asked, like, do you pray? Have you prayed the demons out? I'm like, no.
Okay. Um, do you feel like you need to explain yourself when you meet people?
Sometimes it really depends on the situation and the person.
Yeah. What makes you
So
feel more comfortable?
having someone with me, so like if we're out at the mall and I'm by myself, I
Uh-huh.
don't like confrontation. I will run and hide and go cry in the bathroom. But if I'm with my boyfriend or with like a family member or my baby daddy or something, like I know they have my back. I'm a lot more comfortable being able to be like, hey, I did not mean to just flip you off. I have Tourette's.
It-
I have Tourette syndrome, stupid.
yeah. So, um, is there anything else that you want people to know about Tourette's or about yourself? Like this is um gone by super fast.
It has. I just want people to know that Tourette's is very much a real thing. Um, we don't try to copy or be like other people. Not everyone with Tourette's online is fake, even though I know there have been people to fake Tourette's online before. It's not just swearing. It's not just funny outbursts and sayings. It's very painful and it's way more common than you think. And I'm not the definition of Tourette. nor am I Baylee Dupree. I'm just demonstrating and showing you my life with Tourette and how it looks on other people who have similar cases.
Yeah. Well, I so appreciate you coming on to share with us, Baylee.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And if there's, we're going to have all your places that people can connect with you, because I know people are going to want to follow you. They're going to want to likely connect with you. So we'll have all of that in the show notes.
Okay.
And I would encourage anybody that is dealing with this or has questions about this, start following this gal. She is fantastic. And honestly, she's just a light. I can see that. I can feel that. And I know that you're going to do some big things.
Thank you so much. That means the world to me.